Welcome, everybody. My name is Deborah Hernandez, and I am an admissions counselor at Cal Poly Pomona. Today, we will be going over our next steps for our newly admitted transfer students. Before we get started, I do want to take a moment to congratulate each and every one of you on your admissions to Cal Poly Pomona and welcome you to the Bronco family. So what are some of the things that you need to be doing after you've been admitted to Cal Poly Pomona? First and foremost, you want to accept your admissions to Cal Poly Pomona, and the deadline to complete this requirement is May 1st. It is a two-step process in which you will accept your admissions and pay the $150 enrollment deposit. We do want to let you all know that this deposit does go towards your fall fees, so you will see it deducted from your fall fees. Some of you may be eligible for a fee waiver. If you are, you will notice that you are not going to be charged the $150 deposit. The fee waiver is automatically entered into your account if you are eligible. Our office will not be providing additional fee waivers. I also want to mention that the deposit is non-refundable and non-transferable, meaning that if you accept your admissions and pay the deposit and change your mind, we will not be able to issue you a refund or transfer that to another CSU and or another student. With all that information in mind, also remember, again, that the deadline is May 1st, and it is very important for you to accept your admissions by May 1st. Here you will see a screen grab of what it will look like when you are in the Student Center portion of Bronco Direct. You do have to log into your account to accept your admissions, and you can find a full tutorial on how to do this on our website. After you accept your admissions, you will be prompted to register for orientation. Orientation is a mandatory step. It is something that does need to be completed in order for your admissions to remain active. Failure to complete this will cause us to withdraw your application or resend our offer. The last day to register for orientation is May 17th, so you do have some time. To register for orientation, you will also be completing this step on Bronco Direct, and there is an $87.38 registration fee. This isn't due until September, so don't worry about having to pay it as soon as you register or having to pay it now. It is something that you can wait and pay it in September, and if you are eligible for any type of aid, your aid may cover that registration fee. These are the transfer dates that are available now, and our students have already been registering for orientation as this did open up March 15th. There's more than enough time for you to register now. And again, this step will not be triggered. It will not be added into your account until after you accept your admissions to Cal Poly Pomona. So what is orientation? Orientation is where you will be registering for classes. So this is where you're going to be meeting with your academic advisor. You're going to be asking all of the questions that we've already been receiving, and you will go over a roadmap of the courses that are still needed to be completed in order for you to graduate from Cal Poly Pomona. So here you see a full schedule of what orientation will look like. It is a full day event, and again, it is mandatory. So the first thing that you have to do after you've accepted your admissions is to make a reservation for one of those dates on our previous slide. You will select the date that works best for you, and again, you will complete this process through your Bronco Direct account. Beginning June 1st, you will have access to an online web module component of orientation. This online orientation is self-paced. It does take you about 2 hours to complete from start to finish, but it does not need to be done all in one sitting. It's composed of different quizzes, videos, it's interactive, it goes over some of the resources that we have on campus, and at the very end, you will get a certificate of completion. This component is required to be completed by the day that you go to the actual virtual orientation, to the actual reservation date that you've made on step 1. please make sure that both of these steps, selecting a date for your virtual orientation and completing your online orientation module, is done by the day that you go to meet your academic advisor, as all of these are the requirements to complete this step. The last and third step would be attending the reservation date that you selected. Again, this is a full day event. You only have to do it once as an incoming transfer student. You will get to meet your orientation leader and you will go over all of the classes that you need in order to complete your degree with Cal Poly Pomona. And they will answer any and all the questions that you may have. Next, I want to talk about housing. Housing is not a mandatory requirement for our transfer students, but some of our transfer population is interested in learning the different options that are available to them. I highly encourage all of you, if you have any questions, you communicate with the housing department directly and or visit their website. Housing is still available at a limited capacity and the application is currently open. After you complete an application, you do have 14 days to submit a $450 deposit that will be used to hold your space. If any of you are out-of-state or international students and you are interested in living on campus, you do have to apply to housing by May 15th. We do have several housing available options for our transfer students. As you can see, we do offer traditional residence halls, residence hall suites, very similar to an apartment style, and then of course, University Village. Again, this is not a requirement for a transfer population, a mandatory requirement. However, if you are interested, we do have options available and you would want to visit our housing website and or reach out to housing directly. So moving on to items that are required, for those of you that submitted that you had any AP scores or are using AP scores to meet any of the admission requirements, including the 60 semester units, you will have to send us your AP scores directly from College Board to our campus. Our school code is 4028, and the deadline to meet this requirement is July 15th. This is a postmark deadline, meaning that the documents need to be on their way by July 15th. However, I do encourage all of you to complete this step now, especially because if you are transfer students, your scores are most likely archived, and it can take anywhere between 1 to 2 months for those scores to actually arrive to our campus. You want to make sure that you're doing this as soon as possible, because this will also be part of your transfer credit report and your degree progress report. Our goal is to have those ready by the time that you come to orientation, but if you're waiting until July 15th to send those, that will not be possible. So please make sure that you are completing this step before the deadline. And again, not all of our transfer students have AP scores, but if you do, if you are aware, if you added them to your application, or if you would like to receive credit for any exam that you received 3, 4, or 5, please make sure you send those to us as soon as possible. Again, I will repeat this one more time, specifically if you are using these scores to meet any of the Golden 4 requirements or to meet your 60 semester units. You want to make sure that we have these on time. To make things a little bit easier, your final transcripts are also due on July 15th. This is also a postmark deadline. However, you do not want to wait for the same reason. We will use your final transcript to post credit for any courses that have been in progress. So you want to make sure that you're giving us more than enough time to give you the most up-to-date transfer credit report and degree progress report so that when you come to orientation, you have no issues with registering for your classes. A couple of things to note, we are going to be accepting credit or pass grades for winter, spring, and summer of 2020 and 2021. And credit or pass does not impact your GPA. Official transcripts should be sent from the school directly or from a third party. The third parties that we work with include, but are not limited to, National Student Clearinghouse, Credential Solutions, Naviance, or Parchment. Again, these are the most popular third-party companies that a lot of the schools partner with, but these are not the only companies that we work with. If your community college or university is offering another third-party company and you are able to send your documents electronically or through the mail, that will work perfectly fine. Transcripts that are sent electronically should be sent directly to the school using the email that is found on the screen, which is verify@cpp.edu, or can be mailed the traditional way to Cal Poly Pomona using the address that's on the screen. 3801 West Temple Avenue, Pomona, California, 91768. Please note that we do prefer electronic versions of your transcript, so long as they are official, because they are easier to track, and items that are sent through the mail have been known to get lost, never arrive on campus, or take up to a month to arrive. So if you do have the option to send them electronically, please choose that option. If you don't, we do accept documents through the mail, but be aware so that you are meeting our deadlines, which again is July 15th, and it is a postmark deadline, meaning that it needs to be on its way to our campus by this date. The next item that I want to talk about is financial aid. All of you should have already received a preliminary aid estimated packet. This was available mid to late March, and it would have been available on your Cal Poly Pomona account. If for whatever reason you're not seeing it or you have any questions or concerns, we highly recommend you contact our Office of Financial Aid directly. Their phone number is listed on their screen, as well as their virtual hours. This preliminary aid packet is not something that you can accept or deny. It's mainly used as a tool to give you information of what you will most likely be eligible for. All of you still have the option to apply for scholarships as well. And we do have a tab on our financial aid website that talks specifically about scholarships. Any and all financial aid questions should be directed to the Office of Financial Aid. They can be contacted by email at finaid@cpp.edu, and their phone number is 909-869-3700. And again, they do have virtual advising Mondays and Thursdays from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And on Fridays, their hours are 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Again, that's virtual advising. You can always reach out to them by phone or by email. So now to wrap up our presentation, I want to go over just a brief overview of everything that we talked about. You can and you should accept your admissions to Cal Poly Pomona through your Bronco Direct portal by May 1st. Failure to complete this step by May 1st will cause your application to be, your admissions decision to be rescinded, and essentially your application is withdrawn. You can apply for housing beginning May 15th. Again, this is not a requirement for our transfer population, only if you are interested. And the deadline for that again is May 15th. You need to register for orientation by May 17th. This is a requirement, and failure to complete this will cause your application to be withdrawn. You will register for orientation through mycpp.edu. And both your AP scores and your final transcripts are due to us by July 15th, postmark deadline, meaning they need to be on their way by the 15th. But again, the sooner you can get those to us, the better, as we will be able to post credit to your account. And for those of you that do wish to participate in a live webinar, you are more than welcome to, and I highly encourage you to do so. These are the dates of our next live webinars, where we will be going over all of this information, except you will have access to live admissions counselors to ask all of your questions and receive the answers that you're looking for. So please mark your calendars to join us for an in-depth explanation of your next steps. And if you wish to contact us, you can email us at admissions@cpp.edu. You can call us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 909-869-5299. And I encourage you to please visit our website, as we will have a lot of information and our updates regarding admissions, general next steps, things that are happening on campus. So please visit our website at www.cpp.edu/admissions. And if you don't already follow us on Instagram or Twitter, we did post our Instagram handle at CPP_admissions. I encourage you to do so, as the school as a whole will post general updates on our Instagram and Twitter accounts. And last but not least, welcome to our Bronco family. We are very excited that you are part of our family. We're excited to get to meet all of you and assist all of you. We hope you enjoyed today's presentation, and we hope it answered some of the questions you may have. Thank you.